Hello, everyone. I know that those of you who were booked to attend the centenary celebrations at Coombe Abbey in August will have been very disappointed by the decision we had to take to cancel. The board was convinced that this was the right decision. If we had have left it any longer, there would have been severe financial implications both for the club and for those members who were booked to attend. More than that, we simply didn't think it was going to be right to celebrate the occasion in the way that had been originally planned at a time of national crisis. I particularly feel for those who had worked long and hard in the planning of the centenary. No one had worked quite so tirelessly as Steve Horn in putting it all together. Personally, I feel absolutely gutted for him as to the decision to cancel, and I am no doubt that many of you will feel exactly the same. I was personally very relieved that the suggestion of cancellation emanated from Steve himself. I would just like to pay my personal thanks to Steve for all that he has done and to reassure him that the centenary will nonetheless still be celebrated in a true fashion. So where do we go from here? All club events have been cancelled, at least until mid-June. That doesn't, however, mean that the club has ceased to function. Far from it. Every crisis creates an opportunity. You have only to look at what happened in Coventry during World War II at the Alvis factory and its subsidiary factories with the production of aircraft engines. I have already told you in one of my emails about the Alflix channel on YouTube that Edgar Shields has set up. You already have the wonderful cars of the 1920s available to view, and successive decades are gradually being uploaded onto the Alflix channel. However, it's now time for you to become involved in this project, and here's how. We want to hear your Alvis stories. Tell us about your car. But please remember, this is not a club just about fine old cars. It's also about people. The cars don't have to be concourse cars, far from it. But I want to know what makes your car special to you. It may have been a restoration from a barn find. It may have been in your family for one or more generations. The car may have some very interesting previous owners. You may have used it for your daughter's wedding, and it therefore brings back very fond memories. Or it may be that you took it on one or more memorable tours. The list is simply endless. For example, I was rightly taken to task only a few days ago by John Witts, a member from Cambridge, for suggesting that he should simply go out there onto his driveway and polish his Alvis. No, he said, I am a key NHS worker, and I've been enjoying the recent fine weather that we've been having by driving my TA14, and a fine car it is, to work at the Cambridge Blood Donor Clinic, where it's done a great deal of morale boosting for NHS staff there. Well done, John, and thank you. So, send us your stories, send us your pictures, and of course video clips if you have them. Send them to aocsent@gmail.com. Don't worry if you didn't catch that email address straight away. It will appear at the end of this video clip for you to write down. With all of the material that you submit, Edgar Shields is going to create another video for the Owlflix channel on YouTube. Yes, you are going to be on the telly. Not only is this going to relieve the boredom of being in isolation, it's going to help us stay in touch and to begin to celebrate a virtual centenary. I've come to the conclusion that at the moment there are two groups of Alvis owners. The first are the lucky ones with their car garaged at home, and the rest, like me, who only wish to, at the very least, be able to sit in their car, to smell the aroma of an Alvis. The coronavirus crisis has pressed the reset button for all of us. Already, we've lost at least one member to it, and others are suffering from the virus. Now is the time to improve our IT skills. Social distancing, a term which none of us had heard of about a month ago, encourages us to improve these skills and to learn new ones. It's heartening to know that some section AGMs either have or are about to take place remotely. And very interestingly, I'm hearing anecdotal reports of increased participation simply by reason of that fact. But here's another idea. How about an e-noggin? Yes, a virtual noggin. If you use Zoom, you can even have a backdrop of your choice. So you can have a backdrop of the venue you normally use, or you could have a backdrop of an Elvis. And of course, it's going to enable a group chat to take place, yes, still over a pint. Well, thank you for all of your emails. They've come from as far wide as New Zealand and Canada. I've tried to keep up as best I can with responding to them all while still working remotely from home. So let's stay in touch, and I am sure that together we can create something for our club that survives long past the current crisis. Thank you all and stay safe.
Yeah!